teacher. It's exam time, so now forget out on the papers. And have to be quiet in the classroom this afternoon because the teacher is not here. So normally when it's examination time, children don't speak this afternoon. I'm just kidding. Happy International Women's Day to all the women who are listening at this time. Really, really happy to be celebrating the women at this time. Of course, it's you're inside the show alive. My name is Rushane Douglas, of course. Not substituting, your teacher will be with you as soon as possible. A little later on, she'll join us inside alive. Something good is in store for you this afternoon on this Testimony Tuesday. Yes, man. Yes, somebody asking what happened to Auntie Sarah. So good afternoon to my friends listening on the FM band 101.1, 357, and 9. So good to have you on board. Want to say hello to our friends. Yes, man. Joining on Facebook and on YouTube. Auntie Dana said, me get trick. No, not at all. As I said, I'm the invigilator this afternoon, not the substitute teacher. I don't have the curriculum this afternoon. I don't know what to teach you guys, but of course, coming up inside alive this afternoon. Of course, at 1:45, we'll have for you mental exercise, the rollover edition. And then coming up at 2 o'clock, it's going to be time for prayer blast with the Deaconess Andrea Mead, Washington. 2:15 is the evidence. We play songs of testimony. That's going to be interesting on this International Women's Day. And of course, at 2:30, you heard the advertisements or the promo. And of course, we will be sharing an International Women's Day feature with you with our very own Dr. Nadine Blair. It's going to be great, my friends. So much in store for you. 3:45, it's going to be time for celebrations, birthdays, and anniversary greetings. Looking forward to hearing from you. 4 o'clock, it's going to be time for Small People with Auntie Colleen. 4:35, 4:55, I should say. We put a wrap on things here inside Alive. But guess what? As I said, I'm just the invigilator this afternoon, not the substitute teacher. I'm just sitting in until your teacher returns, all right? Of course, normally the teacher normally marks the register following or immediately after the news highlights. So again, want to welcome you this afternoon to the show Alive. My name is Rushane Douglas, sitting in for your regular host, Sarah Ann, who's will be with you shortly, all right? So don't worry yourself, yeah? Chirpy one soon come here. All right, Loretta, Jarrett, and all those who are coming on Facebook, gonna mark the register. I still have to mark the register. So I don't want anybody to skull class this afternoon, Alrighty. Let's go into highlights in the news at this time. PTA Student Council joins forces for students' welfare. The Parent Teacher Association PTA and Student Council at Denmuir High School in Clarendon are both engaged in a drive to assist students who are facing hardships. The PTA will resume breakfast programs that was put on pause during the pandemic. Francine Rooms, president of the PTA, said the plans were fast-tracked as students made the request for its return. However, she noted that with the challenges brought on by the pandemic and the increased needs of students, they will need partnerships to sustain the program. In other news, face-to-face classes show extent of learning gap. The resumption of face-to-face classes yesterday showed just how wide the learning gap is among some students. During visits to 4 schools in Hanover and Westmoreland, educators signaled the issue as a major challenge. Staff and furniture shortages and limited classroom space were also among the challenges being faced. Principal of the inaugural all-age school in Westmoreland, Sharon Sukra, said that during the online sessions, the students seemed to have been doing well because the work was acceptable quality. However, now that the face-to-face classes have resumed, the standard is way below what is required. Zucker believed that this is because the students were given assistance by the parents during online classes. Also, Irving Primary hit by termite infestation break-ins. Now, yesterday morning, Principal Kingsley Bailey could only accommodate roughly half of the 820 children enrolled at Irwin Primary School here due to a serious case of termite infestation. Principal Bailey noted that during the period where schools were closed for almost 2 years, termites destroyed a lot of their furniture, causing them only be able to accommodate grades 5 and 6 students fully. The principal added that the grades 1 to 4 are still on a rotational basis and will see students in grades 1 to 4 journeying to school only twice per week. This, he pointed out, is the best the school can do at the moment due to the current circumstances. So that's our friends over there at Irwin Primary School. In other news, my friends, this one is very interesting. I was reading this one, and it sparked my attention. And it says TikTok limits services as Netflix pulls out of Russia. Video sharing site TikTok and streaming giant Netflix have limited and cut their services respectively in Russia following its invasion of Ukraine. Can you imagine being in Russia, a Russian citizen? Not that, I'm discriminating persons who are living in Russia, but can you imagine being a Russian citizen and, you were watching a series, you're following a series on Netflix, and, maybe you're ready to watch another episode or something like that. And, when you check your television or, your device or whatever means you used to watch Netflix, there's no Netflix. So that's what's happening over there in Russia at this time. So the video sharing site TikTok and streaming giant Netflix have limited and cut their services respectively in Russia following its invasion of Ukraine. TikTok said it has suspended live streaming and new content from its platform as it assesses tough new laws to crack down on fake news about Russia's armed forces. Netflix said it was pulling out in protest of the invasion. Visa, MasterCard, and PwC also joined the list of Western firms cutting ties. TikTok, which is around 36 million users in Russia, said its move was about ensuring the safety of its staff and users since Friday. Anyone who writes news deemed false about the military could face up to 15 years in jail. And finally, this afternoon, that death toll nears 6 million as pandemic enters its third year. The official global death toll from COVID-19 is on the verge of approaching approximately 6 million, underscoring that the pandemic, now in its third year, is far from over. The death toll was compiled by Johns Hopkins University on Sunday morning, and it was expected to pass the 6 million mark later in the day. Edward Matthew, head of the data for the Our World in Data portal, said that confirmed deaths represent the fraction of the true number of deaths due to COVID, mostly because of limited testing and challenges in attribution of the cause of death. And my friends, those are highlights from the news at this time, Tuesday, March 8, 2022. We trust you were informed. You're tuned to Love 101 FM, the family station. And I want to welcome, I said, my friends on YouTube, my friends on Facebook. Let's start with YouTube. I'm seeing my friends on WhatsApp, Mary, James, Sandra May, Christine, Archibald, Donna McCoy, Marshall Lawrence, Sandra Ellison, Cecilia Graham, Denise Corey, Rashika Cameron, Paulette Stevenson, Donna McCoy, Delroy Melvin, Blinky Brown, Julian Brown Johnson, Laurel Thomas Garrick, Annie Walker, Ozzy James, Frances Ochi Lewis, Melanie Johnson, Sister Denden, registered nurse over there in Florida. Elorni Taylor, Esther Anglin, Eneth Kelly, Sandra Graham, and all those who are on, Loretta Jarrett, Marcia Sadacy, Maria Scott, Nadia Bingham, Charmaine Allison, Angela Walsh, Ophelia Clayton, and all those who are on at this time. Just want to remind you that this commercial-free hour is sponsored by our friends over there at Pepsi. Yes, my friends, our friends. It's brought to you by the kind sponsorship of Pepsi. Taste it all, yeah. Pepsi. Taste it all, yeah. All with Pepsi. Yes, my friends. Again, this commercial-free hour is brought to us by the kind sponsorship. Really want to thank our friends over there at Pepsi Jamaica. Taste it all with, yeah, Pepsi. All right, gotta take a commercial from our friends over there at Pepsi.
Jamaica, taste it all. Yeah, well, crispy fried chicken, please.
Yeah, with Pepsi.
2 orders of spicy jerk pork.
Yeah, with Pepsi.
Give me some cheesy patties.
Yeah, with Pepsi.
Hey, can I get extra curry gravy?
Yeah, with Pepsi.
Make me some fried escovitch fish.
Yeah, with Pepsi.
Taste it all. Yeah, with Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Taste it all with Pepsi. Yeah. All right, let me continue with our friends on Facebook. I'm marking the register for the teacher, the chirpy one, Sarah Ann Edwards. Yes, my friend, she will be with you soon. You'll get to hear her, see her, feel her, touch her. Say happy International Women's Day to her. I'm seeing all your messages coming in. Hello to you, Claudette Bell, Sonia Hamilton, Ophelia Clayton, Elroy Wedderburn, and all those who are on Facebook, Vincelin Plummer, Charmaine Allison, Iona Ashburn. Who else I'm missing here? Hope I'm not missing anybody. If I miss anybody on Facebook, on YouTube, good afternoon to you, Ivy Lewis. Big up yourself, Sonia Schaff. Oh my goodness, the messages are coming in left, right, and center here on Facebook and on YouTube. So let me see if I can go on the WhatsApp, see what's happening here. Boy, I have some people who come to class early as 12:30. Class start 1 o'clock, and then reach from 12:30. Mrs. Sister Cherry over there in Spanish Town, she was early for class. Sister Bradshaw, let me see what is early. Deaconess Bennett. Also, this one is saying, I would like to shout out the wonderful wife, Mrs. Ennis. Happy International Women's Day, hun, coming from Mr. Ennis. Sister Moore from Mavis Bank, Charmaine from Papine, good afternoon to you. All right, Rose Hamilton, Jeannie from East Kingston, Reverend Addit Mitchell, Faye from Blue Hole, Emily from Portmore, Auntie Donna, Dwayne Tracy, Sister Mahoney, Sister Mary from Linstead, Jonah Dawkins, Nikki Brown from James Hill, and all those who are on at this time, Delarica from St. Elizabeth, Bervin and Rima Butler, present, Diane from Willardine. All right, my friend Nicole Youngsam, she's present as well. Uncle Collins from Augustown, Rachel Lunan, Sister Murphy, Carol Pennance, Yvette from Fern Hill, Jesse Kitson, or Kissoon, that's it. My friend who is in Canada, Sister Jennifer, I believe, Ricardo Portius, Munchie from Waterford, Barbara Facey from Canada, Monica from Mapen, Melcy Wisdom. So all those who are live, all those who are on Facebook, Christine Holmes, Marva Lindo, present. Ensure that you're present for class. Don't miss class this afternoon. Sister Edna said good afternoon, or good afternoon, Rushane / Sarah. That's right. So it's not me for the entire time. You'll get to hear from the chirpy one very soon. But in the meantime, I want to remind you that coming up at 1:45, it's gonna be time for Mentorcise. Yes, my friends, your mental exercise in the afternoon. Also want to remind you that this commercial-free hour is brought to us today by Pepsi. Taste it all, yeah, Pepsi. And of course, want to take another commercial from Pepsi. And when we return, going to go into some music, reminding you again, Jackie Saunders, Celebration Church, Sidney Walker, Vivina Dixon, all those who are coming on board. Come on, rock on, roll on, jump on. Why is your name, Melissa Sarah? I know she's listening somewhere. She's hearing me. But guess what, my friends? It's going to be great, my friends. And we trust that you're enjoying the International Women's Day so far. And I know that there's a blessing this afternoon with your name written on it. Let's go to our friends, Pepsi. Thank you so much, our friends over there at Pepsi.
Jamaica, tasty dog. Yeah, well crispy fried chicken, please.
Yeah, with Pepsi.
2 orders of spicy jerk pork.
Yeah, with Pepsi.
Give me some cheesy patties.
Yeah, with Pepsi.
Hey, can I get extra curry gravy?
Yeah, with Pepsi.